This vlog will discuss social class and socioeconomic status and its effect on opportunities for physical activity and sport participation. I grew up in a middle-class household in a nice neighborhood, and for that I feel very lucky. Since I lived in this neighborhood, I was able to participate in my neighborhood sports teams and use where I lived to my advantage when it came to getting exercise. My neighborhood has multiple basketball courts, playgrounds, pools, and tennis courts. However, you can only access the pools and the tennis courts if you have a key, which you can get by being on the local homeowners association. There's also a nice park that has enough space for kicking around a soccer ball or throwing a frisbee. Plus, living in a nice neighborhood like this means that it's safe to run at night. Now, I want to focus on my sport participation in swimming. When I was 8 years old, I joined my neighborhood summer league swim team. I joined the swim team because my friends at school were on the swim team, and I wanted to participate with them. With this pool being right around the corner, my parents agreed to sign me up. I then swam on my neighborhood swim team every summer with my friends until I was 18 years old. This also got me to swim on my high school swim team, and I even went on to swim at my junior college. A study done by researcher Kromholtz found that children of a higher socioeconomic status perform better than children of a lower status. This may be because they have the money to afford and be able to be on club teams that practice in the off-season, such as this swim team. The swim team prioritizes its members by who lives in the neighborhood, and then they go by proximity, aka those who live the next closest outside the neighborhood. This is a barrier for kids who want to join the swim team that do not live in the area. This is also how it was for community access to the pool during the summer. People that lived in the neighborhood had access to the pool just because they lived here, and people who lived outside the neighborhood had to pay. Another example is the pool I work at now, which is a cabana club. They have the same system here. You have to pay to be a member at this pool in order to swim here, and those that live in the neighborhood get priority registration. As we have learned, social class and socioeconomic status determines where a person lives, which in turn determines their opportunities for physical activity and sports. Author Hosbrook wrote that people from lower social class backgrounds tend to participate in sport to a lesser degree than their upper class counterparts. I'm lucky to have lived in a neighborhood where I got access to a pool, priority registration for joining my swim team, as well as other ways of participating in physical activity. Thanks to where I grew up, I swam on my summer league swim team every single year, which ultimately shaped my sport participation throughout my life. I feel very privileged to have grown up with many ways to play sports and get exercise.